Alright, so, last we left off, um, well, a while back, you encountered an individual, a dark elf woman by the name of Anastriana, who had some ties, with Cass. You took note of her sort of dark robes with purple trim, and she mentioned she was part of some sort of organization that you didn't really press at the time. More recently, you got done exploring a ruined city with relation to Shava's past, and encountered another member of that organization, a former classmate of Shava's. And on your way out of that city, were attacked by that individual and a couple more members of this organization, one of whom you found out, the one with the red trim, was Ivy's father, who she hadn't seen in some time.
Right. Yep.
So that was a bit alarming, especially because he was throwing giant fireballs and had like this red orb that he was holding in one hand.
Oh, he threw a giant fireball and then got the shit kicked out of him.
Yes, and he also had reptilian-looking eyes for some reason.
He threw fireballs, but he had no demon hipster chicks.
Oh God. At any rate,
and that's why Scotty gave him the air juggle.
The third member, the one who had sort of this yellow trim, escaped with
fart guy.
Father, but not before you killed the shit out of Shava's former classmate.
Eggy fart man.
The gas master.
The gas master.
I hate that.
I mean, that's actually less immature than just calling him Eggy Fart Man.
Oh God.
I'm just going to call him Eggy Fart Man from now on.
I mean, I'm going to call him the Gas Master because it just rolls off the tongue better, but call him what you want because it did sound like he just threw a fucking eggy fart.
He did, though.
He gave you the old...
Like when continues dissertation.
The thing about a recap is it's kind of hard to do a recap when it gets interrupted.
Hey,
this is why I let my players do it while I finish up note taking.
Hey,
I tried.
Guess what? Foyer.
God damn it!
Foyer.
I didn't want to say it.
Hold on, I've got a dead body in the foyer.
Anyway. Does one of you want to do the goddamn recap?
Nope, RJ has started. This is now an episode of Dungeons of Foyers and Foyers and Fathers.
Jesus.
Foyers and Fathers, the mystery of how to unmurderate.
The issue of how to unmurderate this dwarf that the drunk killed. Welcome to episode 1 of our new podcast, Foyers and Fathers. We are playing apparently Dungeons and Dragons, but hey, that's just the name of the game.
What is this, a crossover episode?
It could be if you so desired.
Is that a motherfucking foyer reference?
God damn it.
Oh, fuck.
Anyway,
God.
You all came to the decision to return to Riverbend in hopes of tracking down your former acquaintance, Anna, in hopes of getting some clarification and answers over these developments. After Cass basically demanded that you not escalate to violence.
Do that. Is a thing that Cass demanded.
Yes.
This is a thing that I demanded.
Also, you encountered a giant frog monster, but that's another story.
Not the
some
creature.
Pretty crazy vor happened, and then I pulled a Sharknado, and you know what? It was a good time.
Is this vor? It's not great.
Oh, it's Sharknado.
At any rate, fast forwarding a few days, you make your way down south from where you sort of took that pit stop, and before long, you see the familiar sights of Riverbend. You're sort of the first place after you all met. Where's that echo coming from? Is that coming from RJ? I think it is.
I don't think so.
Hold on.
Frank suggests that his mic is constantly getting something.
Testing. That seems like it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just mute until my Discord and my laptop finally
Phoebe.
turns on.
It was Phoebe.
Okay.
All right.
Of course.
So yeah, you see the sights of Riverbend as you sort of come down from the north side. Wait, no, it's coming from RJ. Damn it.
Is it?
Yep.
Wait, hold on.
More like it's coming to RJ.
Got him?
Yeah, it's coming from RJ. He stays highlighted when someone else is talking.
Yeah. At any rate.
How about now?
Well, we'll see, I guess. It's good at the
Yeah,
moment.
it's up better.
All right. So you come.
Is that better?
Yeah.
It seems like it.
Okay.
You come down from the north through the Neocord forest, and you see the you sort of see as you come down to your right the sort of fenced off area that you know to be Nature's Bulwark, the temple to Melora that you spent some time at. And I'm gonna repost the map of Riverbend in the Discord so you guys can remember all the sites and you may go where you please.
Well, if we're trying to find Drow Lady, then we should go to that fancy hotel that she stayed at and ask if they know where she went. Because she's probably not still there. So I'm going to do that.
Got a snicker out of RJ. That's enough for me.
Wazard crabs.
Wazard crab.
Crabs?
I was currently.
Anyway.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah. So are you heading to the master plan in that
Yeah.
case?
Are we? I'm currently refreshing myself on the map.
Oh, okay. And keep in mind, you do not solely have to go to the quest location. You might want to, if you so desire, to check in on people you have not seen in some time. That is also an option.
And let's find them railroads, people. Chink, chink. I'm kidding.
I was directly encouraging the opposite. I thought.
Oh, wait. Okay, he wants us to go find the dungeon that isn't actually prepared currently.
Huh?
Gotcha. We have fun here. Nothing against you, Quinn.
Don't you guys want
I
to
know.
go see Tic Tac again? I
do not give even half a shit about Tic Tac.
Aw.
Somewhere Tic Tac is very sad and doesn't know why.
Gerald.
I don't give a shit, and Zergar sure as hell doesn't give a shit.
Has Spine Ripper
Spine-
met Tic Tac?
No, Spine Ripper never.
I don't think Spine Ripper's ever been in this city with us.
He met you in this city, but you basically met,
We're all
talked to
way
him,
out,
and then
right?
left.
Yeah, we were pretty much on the way out of the city when we bumped into the Garbo Gabo.
Correct.
Well, the Garbo. Out.
Say you cut out.
Yeah.
Garbo Gabo.
Cut out again.
He cut out in the middle of his annoyed scream.
How about that?
Maybe.
I think you're good.
Say-
Okay. Garbo Gabo came in and helped out during the big scuffle. The scuffle kerfuffle.
Yes.
Yeah, that was where we met you, in the big city, and then we left.
Let's find Garbo Gabo's home so we could just leave him.
It's
there.
not in this city.
What?
Yeah.
I am not making this the quest for the shit pit.
I will dig a hole.
You can't make me go back. I'm not going back.
Rebecca, are you insinuating that Ivy by herself would dig a hole and shit enough in it to replicate his home?
No, I would have to have other people shit in it, but I would definitely.
Oh my guys, I
volunteer
think
to
I've had
help
enough
them.
Dungeons and Dragons for the night. Rebecca's wasting precious time on creating a shit pit that the one person who has a relation to it fucking hates it because it is a traumatic experience, and yet here we are. So you know, what? I think I'm going to log off. I'm going to get in a Halloween costume. I'm going to see about going to that party. I'll see you guys later.
I've left
I have a Halloween party too, but it's okay.
Anyway. So
Wazard crowd.
I'm left for 10 seconds.
you are all entering
Rebecca
Riverbend.
suggested we dig a hole and create a shit pit to remind Spineripper of home.
What?
Yeah.
Granted, that was
Maybe
Rebecca, not
feeling
Ivy.
homesick.
Because Rebecca's an asshole.
So you're gonna need an asshole if we're gonna get this shit pit started.
I don't
Yeah, well, Spineripper wouldn't help.
Oh shit, he wouldn't help. None of us would help. That's a stupid idea.
Gosh.
Rebecca knows it.
Oh, I do.
So, if we'd like to go back in character,
I don't think we ever got into it. We had like 1 second of RJ speaking
as
in
Spider-
character, and the rest of this is Rebecca
Yeah, so-
suggesting shit and then everyone kind of giving her hell for it.
It's really a who's on first kind of situation
so I'm
here, and I'm
suggesting we-
dying.
bring it back into character at this point.
Doodle crowd.
Noodle crabs. The cribs, the zoodle cribs. We must stop them from taking over the.
Alright, I gotta walk up to the bartender.
Okay, so you have at this point made it to the master plan. Yeah, you go up to the sort of it's sort of combination bartender innkeep, which one? Run by San, who is the brother of Sen, the head of the plastered man across the street, as you recall.
About how long has it been since we were last here?
Oh
Like
wow.
couple weeks, a month?
Let's see. You went to Balstrad. You spent some time there, a few days.
Then
Then
we
you
went
went up
to-
north.
Yeah.
Most of the time's been travel, honestly. So it's probably been like a month and a half, something like that.
Shit, okay.
Maybe
a
a
month
month.
and a half for the last 2 arcs. Damn.
Maybe just a month.
I mean, if we're being honest, it's been longer for us, so.
Sure.
Yeah, but you know, that's artificially increased by the fact that we flip campaigns every other week.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah. So San looks up and says, "Hello. What can I help you with?"
Do you happen to remember a uniformed drow lady in here about a month and a half ago?
Yes, she actually, if I remember correctly, is still here. She planned to stay for an extended amount of time.
Well, shit, okay.
That
So-
seems easy.
Spineripper is going to walk in. He's going to look around and try and find. He's going to try and find a tough-looking guy.
Okay, make a perception check.
One into bread.
19
brain.
plus 3.
So, interestingly, the master plan is not really known for having a rough and tumble clientele. This is sort of a quiet, composed partner to the plastered man's more rowdy interior. However, with your keen eyesight, you do notice in the corner, just sort of like sitting in the shadows, sort of this wizened-looking individual, just sort of this wrinkly old sailor type, who doesn't even look like he belongs there, but is just hanging out.
So Spineripper is going to shuffle his way over to him.
Okay.
Oi!
Says, he looks down at you and goes, "Who the hell are you?"
Oh no,
Oh
is this
my
that guy?
fucking god!
Not this guy!
Jim, the sailor?
Oh.
You brought him back, you shithead!
Absolute mad lad. He's
He was looking
back.
for a tough guy.
Yeah.
Ain't no one
My name-
tougher.
My name's Jim, and I want to give you something nice.
I guess I'm nice old Jeremiah.
I can't quite understand what he's saying. Try slowing down your speed.
I got a speech impediment. You got a problem with that?
no matter. So he's gonna slide up on the table.
Do you want to make a perception check to discern what he was saying?
Pineapple does not give a shit.
Okay.
I have a proposition for you. I'm going to use a prestidigitation to make some sparks fly off my fingers.
Okay.
I recently have learned some new magic. Enchantments. I would like to use my new enchanting spell to make you a sword.
You're gonna turn him into bread, aren't you?
Wait, did you say to make him a sword?
Yes.
He says, you're gonna give me a sword or you're gonna turn me into a sword. It's a very, very important distinction.
I said, I'm going to make you a sword. I mean, come on.
It's gonna be taken two different ways. You have to understand. You have to be very precise with the language around here.
Oh, Jeremiah knows the trick.
I don't really understand what you're saying. It's yes and no.
Just give me I'll say a deception check. Sure.
16. Where's my deception? I believe it's 16 plus 9.
He so he
hard
narrows
deception.
his eyes and squints at you, and there's you can hear ominous music in the background. Then he just leans back. Man, what's the worst that can happen?
Well,
Wait, I have a meme for this. RJ, keep going.
I am going to reach out and stand on the table and poke him and turn him into bread.
I fucking called it!
So
Oh.
Somebody pick
You
up
fell
that
for
phone.
it, fool. Thundercross split attack. It's the perfect combination of offense and defense.
Oh my god.
All right. So he needs to make a saving throw, I believe.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't.
I'm
It's
pretty
against an unwilling. He agreed. He's willing.
Well, he agreed to be given a sword. He did not agree to be
Yeah.
turned into bread. You
He
cannot-
doesn't know that.
Right, but as soon as he feels the spell taking hold and understands its harmful effects, he is going to try and resist it. You can't get someone to agree to something unrelated and then turn them into bread for free. That's not how it works. I'm sorry, that's not
Fucking
how
con
it works.
man.
Yeah, are you kidding me? Because imagine you could cast suggestion, get them to agree, and then just.
Yeah. Also,
You might still be able to do that.
Also, as an interesting point, you don't actually have to touch him. It has a range of 60 feet.
Yeah, I still felt like poking him.
Okay, sure. Well,
Give him
let's
the bread.
let's give him his saving throw and see what happens.
Fail it.
See if he is bread.
He rolled a 3.
Oh
So you watch as Jeremiah's form just suddenly light swirls around it for a moment, and then there's this puff of smoke, and in its place there's a loaf of bread.
Oh.
Green
Fine,
bean,
the
I
question
swear
is,
to God,
is
if you
Homer
rip
about
that
to
up,
commit
I will.
murder?
Can you still talk?
No,
No.
he's bread.
Oh.
You look to him expectantly for seeing if he says anything, just cuts to bread. Just sitting there.
Spider is going to pick up the bread loaf, walk over to the party and set it down on the bar. I turned a man into bread.
San interjects with, "Please do not turn my clientele into bread."
He'll look at him. I'll turn you into bread next.
Green
we
bean,
don't
you
want
keep
to
turning
start any
people into
trouble.
bread, and I swear to God, your bread privileges are going to be revoked.
He's going to look at Cat. I can make my own bread now.
That's not making bread. That's
I
killing
made
people.
bread.
God, I hate you sometimes.
What would you like to
We're
do?
just sitting there looking at the bread loaf. I'll never be breadless again. I'll never have to be without bread.
Green Bean, think of it like this.
Zergo's just gonna slowly push the loaf towards the barkeep. You're gonna want to hold on to that until he turns back.
If you keep turning people into bread, how long until you turn everybody into bread? And then once everybody has been turned into bread, who will be left to make more bread for you?
Spine Ripper.
Spine Ripper's going to he's going to blink twice, look at you. That sounds beautiful.
My question is...
No bread ever again?
A whole world where everyone is bread.
No, oh God.
I think
Isn't
you're
that what
gonna
caused him
die
to
young.
back in that tower? You really want to give him that image a second time? Because I'm not listening to him scream more. I will just throw him out of the building.
The point is for him to avoid the situation. Green Bean, if you turn everyone into bread and then rip it all up, you won't have any more bread ever again.
But I'll just make more bread.
You can't! You told me yourself you don't know how.
But I'll just make more bread.
How?
Ivy, were you saying something?
My question is, at one point, you're going to grow tired of this bread, and then you're not going to have anything else that you want to search for, because you'll have your bread.
My existence is nothing but bread. I live for bread.
Just gonna turn to the innkeep. So, ignoring this, what room was that lady staying in?
Yeah, he'll tell you. Also, he sort of surreptitiously takes the loaf of bread and just sort of whacks it against the wall, and it turns back into Jeremiah.
This poor man.
Not even foods.
Jeremiah just sort of looks around in confusion and just goes back to his corner. And yeah, he will. San will tell you which room she is in.
I'll head up there too.
All right. Going up the stairs, you make your way to the room, and you have the door in front of you. You go ahead and knock.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There's sort of a moment, a pause, and you hear, who is it?
It's me.
I'm the
Cass.
health inspector.
Shut up. It's me,
Cass?
Cass. Yeah,
yeah.
I'm back.
One moment. She comes over and opens the door. I'm just gonna say that Shava stayed downstairs because of their sort of rocky history.
Oh
and
yeah,
because
Shava's
it's more
still here.
It's because it's more
Oh yeah,
convenient for
Shava's
me.
T-posing for dominance downstairs.
Yep. Just it makes
Well, it's a
things
good
easier.
thing that Gerald's not here because Gerald fucking decked her.
That's true.
It
Yeah,
is true.
she opens the door and says, "Oh, I didn't know you were back in town. Who are? I think I remember you." As she sort of looks down at Spine Ripper.
Spine Ripper looks at her. Who are you? Are you bread?
Just say no.
Do you want to be bread?
Just
I'm
say
going
no.
to- I feel like ignoring that would be the best course of action. What can I do for you?
Just Spine Ripper scream. I'm full of limitless power.
We've been around to some places and met some people and have some questions for you.
Okay.
If we could come inside, maybe?
Sure. Yes.
Have it be
Please.
more
Please. She opens the door and invites you in. Sort of. It's not a huge room, but there's a chair or two, and some of you can sit on the bed. She said,
I'm gonna lean against the door once it closes behind us.
Oh, fuck. I'm already nervous about this.
She maybe takes notice of like the brief amount of tension between Cass and Zergo, but doesn't say anything. You can't quite tell.
Ivy's just there.
Yep. I'm here.
I'm surprised you're not more pissed at her.
Spine Ripper is going to be standing.
He's
by
not a
Ivy.
terribly hateful person.
tugging
Yeah, but I
on-
mean-
hard for me to be hateful.
Her dad was involved, so, and that seemed like a bad thing. So.
If
I
anything,
mean, it's true, but it depends on the
I'm just
personality type.
generally caught off guard and very anxious about what happened.
Okay.
But I'm not blaming it on anybody else but my father. Because
So
my
I feel
father
like Ivy's the
literally-
kind of character to just get the 1,000-yard stare for like an hour.
Yeah.
That sounds accurate.
Spider Bro will be
She's
by
like, "Where am
tugging
I?"
on her robe. Oi, you want to help me turn people into bread? You want to help me? I want to turn more people into
Green
bread.
Bean, how about you wait outside?
I'm good right now. I need to think some things.
He's going to just like scamper off downstairs.
Okay. So what's all this about?
So, we went to some ruins,
Mhm.
and our friend Shava found another book. And shortly after, a group of people dressed strikingly similar to the way you are.
In your group, let's not mince words. We've got beef with one of your members.
Tried to kill us.
One of them was my dad.
You just out and say it. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know
Yeah.
about that bit, but apparently one of them is.
Well,
Yeah.
Well, that sounds about right for Ivy, just suddenly being like, yeah, one of them was my dad. Oh, God!
Yeah, one of them was my dad. Oh God.
Now, I mean, I'm not going to force you to explain anything, but that doesn't mean I can stop them from doing it.
Right. I suppose I owe you a bit of an explanation for some things. Let's start with clearing up some. Probably you might have some misconceptions about my group. So calling it a group is a bit misleading. We are a collective of mages who decided that we could achieve more with regards to our personal goals if we pooled our resources than working alone.
So more of a guild?
I suppose we honestly don't even all interact that much as a group. We operate on a system of favors. If one of us does a turn for another, then that person owes us a favor, and that
Okay.
favor can be called in whenever the owed party sees fit. Other than that, we live in different cities. We pursue different objectives. Many of us don't even know most of the other members in the group. For how many did you say there were?
3, and we're looking for 2.
3. For
Guy in red and a guy in orange.
You know, one guy has lizard eyes, looks like a cold-blooded killer, is also my dad. Kind of
That's-
resembles me.
that's a lot.
Yeah, he killed my mom.
Okay,
Wait,
more
what?
information than I need, but I'm sorry
I'm
for your
not
loss.
over it. Thanks.
For 3 members of the Cabal Arcana to pool their resources for a given task, the person who was the one who was actually whoever was actually after that objective must have been very bent on it for him
Well,
to call in.
Yeah,
2
bent
favors.
enough to murder us.
Yeah, well, let's
Well,
just
try
say
to,
he
yeah.
failed in spectacular fashion.
Well,
Ain't
then,
calling in no more favors.
is he dead?
And gone. The
We-
person he tried to kill had a real issue with that and fired back in a hard way.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, Shava. I mean, you remember how vicious she was about the book. You have.
I remember. Well, I think I know who you're referring to with the red robes. I'm sorry. Unfortunately, I can't provide much information on that one. Haven't interacted with him much. All I know is he joined recently. and he gives me a very bad feeling. That's about it.
An orange.
Orange.
Any idea of anyone associated
I'm not getting that wrong, right? The gas master was wearing orange.
Let me double check. I think so. Yes.
The main guy was in blue.
Yes. The
Okay,
orange.
great.
Orange. Yes, that would be Felix. Actually, she sort of gets this thoughtful look on her face. So, there's only so much information I can provide I'm just the illusionist member of the Cabal. We all have our specialties. The one who you say is your father, he's currently the evoker, so he's very direct in his methods.
But there's nothing special about him. He's just human.
That's The eyes seem to say otherwise, though, don't they? At any rate, I don't know all the details about him, but I know who might.
Oh.
You see, the thing about the way our organization is structured, every individual fulfills a different role. We have our evoker. I'm the illusionist. Who was the third one in that attacked you?
The gas man?
Oh no, the guy who ended up dead. I forget his name. Didn't Shava say his name at some point?
What color were his robes? The
Blue, I think.
Blue.
I didn't pay much attention to him.
That would have been our transmuter. But the thing about that is we all need transportation, and the thing is only one of us can provide it, or at least specializes in it enough to be the means of transportation for the rest of us, and that would be Felix. As a result,
they did get teleported away.
right. And as a result, he has interacted with most, if not all of us, and probably knows a good deal more about the members of the group than the rest of us. And also as a side effect of him being our conjurer, our transporter, I know more or less where he lives.
We're gonna look at Ivy in intense concern.
Yeah, I don't know.
What do you want to do?
I don't know. That's a lot. I mean, yeah, I'm definitely going to be concerned about meeting this person, but maybe we should know his whereabouts. I mean, that won't be too bad.
I wouldn't consider him one of our more dangerous members. He's something of a recluse. He doesn't usually, honestly, most of us don't hear much from him other than for transportation purposes.
Look, he's already tried to kill us once. We'll take what we can get.
Yeah.
I imagine he ran at the first sign of trouble, though, or at his first.
Oh yeah, the second he found out Blue Boy bit the dust and I knocked out Red on his ass, he fled like a coward.
He's not typically the most confrontational. He must have had quite the favor deficit for the transmuter to convince him to help like that.
Where is he?
First, I need some insurances. He can't end up dead. My information I provide can't lead to the death of a colleague. I'm sure you understand that.
Yeah.
I'm going to be very blunt with you. I don't care about your rules. I don't care about how you will all work. All I know is you're housing a murderer.
That's not on her.
At least
She
one
just got
murder.
finished telling us that they're not really associated with each other other than favors. So
There's a murderer, and then there's somebody that is trying to attack it.
that
Right.
doesn't mean
Not
we should take
talking
it out
about
on her.
Felix.
Yes,
But if you want to hold information that stops Red, fine. But
yes, our evoker. This is not as much about him at the moment. Obviously, it is for you, but for Felix at least, I hope you understand that. I hope you don't take the attack personally. I know he didn't.
lady, as long as he doesn't try to throw more toxic gas at us, he'll be fine.
Well, I doubt he'll immediately jump to that, considering the person who gave him that order is apparently no longer living.
We'll probably scare the shit out of him, but otherwise he shouldn't die.
He'll live.
Well, in that case, I'd just ask that you leave my name out of it. Not
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hey.
Very well. He lives to the south. Near... I wish I could tell you the exact location of his abode, but unfortunately I only know he lives in the village he lives nearest, considering that's where he typically panic teleports when he's in a pinch. Then when that happened, he would basically leave me to get back to where I needed to go while he went back to his establishment. The village he is nearest is called Donal. It's a very small village to the south. I can point it out to you on a map. If you ask around there, you will probably find someone who knows where he lives.
All right. Sounds good enough to me.
Is there anything else you needed?
Yeah,
No?
one more question before we go.
Mm-hmm.
You don't happen to owe any favors to these two at the moment, do you?
No. My last outstanding favor was that book that there was such drama over last time we met. Now that I've
Either way,
retrieved...
I'd hope you have the discretion to decline any favors involving
I'll do my
anything.
best.
Specifically your invoker.
You are the evoker, yes. I'll do my best. I try not to deal with him whenever possible, honestly. Or at least I have been, considering he is a more recent member. But yes, I have not yet accrued any favors from him, nor do I intend to. You can rest assured.
All right.
And we're done here.
Just keep an eye out for him.
Will do. If he is your father, I suppose, good luck?
Yeah, thanks. Well, and thanks for the advice.
I appreciate you giving us this information at all. I realize it's a little difficult on your part.
Yes, I appreciate your concern as well. I extend this, I guess you could say extend it as a bit of trust for someone who shares a mutual friend.
Sure. Well, I guess I'll just leave.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll head downstairs.
What has Spine Ripper been up to downstairs?
Spine Ripper is not downstairs.
Oh,
He left the party. All right. Everyone go home. RJ's got to sit out for like 10 minutes until he comes back.
he comes back with a third character.
Oh
I just
god.
meant until Spine Ripper scampers back.
No, you'll see.
He found the actual gym.
Oh no, he found the real Jim.
And then killed him and assumed his identity.
RJ, would
He just
Shava
assumed his identity.
know where Spine Ripper went, considering she was down there?
He ran outside.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no way Shava bothered to notice anything outside if he
Sure.
went outside.
Yeah, I was just checking. So yeah, you come downstairs and you see Shava and Spineripper's nowhere in sight.
Shava's glitching into the wall.
She's just kind of chilling.
I was repeating idle animations halfway up the wall. Just it.
She notices you all and just like, hey.
Oh, good. He's missing.
Poor neon main.
Shava sort of looks around in mild surprise.
You couldn't at least have like followed him or something. Christ!
Shava casts Nut.
Oh my god!
Oh no!
I guess we'll go out and look for him.
All right, you emerge into the thoroughfare.
I'll be right back.
Okay, you emerge into the thoroughfare, sort of the bustling street.
Okay, so they leave. That was what I was waiting for.
Okay.
So as they walk outside, they see Spineripper with a scowl on his face, sitting on top of a horse. It is a large black horse, and he does not seem happy at all.
Oh no.
What?
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 So, I ran my mouth a bit, and I mentioned Gerald, and then someone said, Gerald, take his fucking horse.
Oh my god! I forgot we left the horse here.
Shit.
Yeah.
I don't care for this fucking horse. Also, the horse is named Gerald too. Who the fuck names a horse Gerald too?
Gerald.
Yes.
Ah!
How much bread did you guys find just lying around the street?
Oddly, you don't see any, unless he
Okay.
got some. Unless he got some
you
from
see-
the.
You see Spineripper sitting on top of a large black horse.
Oh,
Yes.
all right.
Well, I guess we have Gerald too back.
Where did he find said horse?
It was in the.
You don't remember when Gerald got Gerald 2 and then we fucking left Gerald 2 behind?
Yeah,
I remember leaving him behind. I didn't remember where we left him.
The-
Riverbend.
Riverbend.
the plastered man sort of had him stabled since then.
Spineripper just happened upon him.
No, Spineripper started talking about Gerald, and they're like, wait, Gerald, we have his horse. Take it. We don't want it.
That sounds about. I'm surprised he willingly talked about Gerald, but yep, that sounds about right. Okay, all caught up. Fantastic.
So, can I eat the horse?
No!
Of
course.
I don't
We
think
really
it tastes very good. I would be against it, or at least take the horse somewhere else. I don't.
And no,
wanna
you
look
cannot
at it.
turn the horse into bread.
It's just an awkward pause.
Spineripper's
Don't look at me like that.
Spineripper is going to ride the horse into the town market.
I mean, you're basically
And
there.
he's going to just sit there and literally just some passerby, whatever, some fucking peasant or some hobo. Hey you,
What's
say
up?
this horse. You want this horse, right? That's
I,
real cheap.
I don't have room in my house for a horse.
I don't think Gerald
I'll
would
give
appreciate
you
you
this
selling
horse
this
for your left.
You're talking about a
shoe.
man who hates Gerald. Why would he care what Gerald thinks?
I don't.
Because of what Gerald can do to him?
But I like my shoe.
Oh shit.
Spineripper is going to cast suggestion
Okay. What do you suggest to this man?
I need to find, so there we go, suggestion. Take the fucking horse.
I need. So you basically say, "Take the fucking horse." He's gonna make a saving throw. He got a 16.
Cool, I'm gonna cast suggestion again.
Are there rules about casting it on the same person multiple times? Let me just check that. Trying to creatures that. Okay, no. On a failed save. No, it doesn't say anything about that.
I think it's the command spell you can't cast on the same guy.
Yeah. All right, that's kind of weird that you could just try and.
So
try
I'll do
I
it
mean,
again.
you have to keep burning slots. So
Sure.
I insist. Take the fucking horse.
That one is a 10. He's like,
Oh,
okay. I'll guess. I guess I'll find a place for it.
Pineapple will hop down and take his shoe.
You did. That was not part of the suggestion.
Oh, well, he's just gonna take it anyway.
Just make an athletics check.
Alright. Athletic. 15.
Yeah, you get his shoe, and he's like, oh.
Oh.
my shoe.
He's like, as he walks away with the horse, you hear him go like, "Well, maybe I won't have to go hungry this winter."
Oh my god, no!
Spider, well, that's solved.
I'm telling Gerald when he gets back that it was your fault. His horse is gone.
He's going to look at Cass with the 1,000-yard stare. He used me as a frying pan.
I know.
He's gonna lift up his shirt. I have burns from that.
And now that horse is gonna get eaten because you're sour.
Good.
This fucking idiot.
Listen, Ripper, we're gonna go pay that teleporting mage a visit. You want to come or not?
Teleporting mage.
Yeah, the one who threw the gas bubble.
Oh, Eggy Fart Man.
God damn it!
No.
Of course.
And that's in character. You
I-
can't deny that. Sounds like
Wait,
something fine.
That's why.
Wait, is his nickname Toot and Scoop?
Oh God.
Oh, God damn it.
Eggy Fart Man, Mr. Toot and Scoot. Fart, gas and run. I remember him. I mean, his farts don't even smell that bad. I'll smell worse.
Yeah, well, we're gonna go bother him a little bit.
What
I
happened?
mean, cannot turn him into bread.
Maybe.
We might.
The orange robe guy, I thought we had to agree not to hurt him.
I
Yeah,
mean, that
no,
doesn't
no.
hurt him.
But
if
the
he
other
turns
guy-
him into bread.
Hang on, the red cloak guy is up to Ivy. What happens to him?
Cannot turn him into bread.
We might need to.
Oh, good day. I mean, yeah, I've got nothing better to do so long as Gerald's not around.
Do you see Gerald? Because I sure don't.
Geraldo sweats nervously.
Geraldo is the shoe Spine Ripper's holding. Begins sweating nervously.
You didn't notice the sunglasses on it.
I never do.
Yeah, okay. I've got nothing better to do. I mean, Spinner's going to open up his gold pouch. If I'm being honest, when I met you guys, I had 1 silver to me name. After all the chumps I scammed hanging out with you, I have 105 gold, which is more than I've ever had in my life.
I don't know if that's depressing or not.
I bet
Sounds like a
that
pretty
guy's still
uplifting story to
waiting.
me.
I bet that guy's still waiting on his silver underwear.
Hey, Yeah, I forgot you told that guy about silver underwear.
Well, silver turmoil. Yeah, I'll come with you. I'll make money off of it.
Yeah, all right, whatever works for you.
All right. Are
Here we
you
go.
are you guys just heading out?
Yeah.
I mean, the truth is, Spinepper was a poor fucking goblin.
Right. No. I'm just I mean, all right. I mean, just double checking to make sure there weren't any other places in town you wanted to stop. But if you want to just hit the road, that's also an option.
Oh wait. Ah, damn it! If only Tyler was here. He'd probably want to talk to Fox Dude.
Well, Fox Dude did not really live here. He sort of teleported in and then out.
Oh, okay.
That was a very brief encounter. Also, that was down with the cult, if you recall.
Yeah,
Hey,
the cult that's pretty much mostly wiped out.
Get
along with that other
wrecked.
one.
Anyway,
Let's go.
yeah. So you set off on your way yet again. This time you have to go through the Deep Dusk Forest. We all remember that place.
Where we met the frog.
no.
Frog?
That's where Gerald threw a rock at a Minotaur's ass.
Yes, and also there
That is
were
much sexier.
also
There were
face
cult
fighters.
meetings and the like. Yeah,
Yes.
that too. Which means there might be more.
Mm-hmm.
If that's where Quinn walked the cult massacre, we can have that arranged.
This time, however, it passes without incident.
Can't imagine why. Weren't those the guys with the dude who threw the rock at the Minotaur's ass? Yeah, let's not fuck with them.
Yep. You pass through the Deep Dusk and continue on south.
No, more like the people who had the guy who killed the Minotaur twice.
Yeah.
Continuing on, sort of, the trees become more and more sparse the further you get south, and essentially, these areas sort of becomes more rolling hills and flatland. As you continue on the path, one day you see a figure in the distance, sort of going the opposite direction. As it gets closer, you see it's actually two figures. One being a small, gnomish-looking individual, accompanied
3 ducks in a man costume.
Oh no!
and
It's 3 gnomes stacked on top of each other.
it is a gnome, but accompanying him is a sort of humanoid figure, but metallic, and sort of has this sort of facsimile of a face on a metal sheen. And it's
This
just
isn't
sort
a
of,
crossover.
Yeah, I was about to say, if this is a nimble right, I am actually murdering
it is
someone.
not. It is not a nimble right. It does not look like gold and spindly. It's more bulky and silver, and it sort of has this sort of cartoonish looking expression.
Is this a meal? That is a very odd reference. I don't
Okay.
know.
Sounds familiar, but I can't place it.
But it appears to be
Weird.
some sort of construct. And the gnome is sort of in front, leading it along. And as he notices you, it sort of looks like he lights up. And keeps coming towards you as you approach. Once he gets in earshot, you hear him go, "Hey, you lot happen to be adventurers?"
Yeah, I
Sorry,
guess
buddy,
you
we're
could
doing
say
something at the moment.
You can,
Spinepper, I'm a bard. I like bread.
he says, yeah, you can take a stop for a minute. I got look at my wares, perhaps."
Oh,
Okay.
You look like the type of guy that would give us pebbles, but
Spinepper
sure.
will shuffle over. Do you have something that makes infinite bread?
Can't say I got anything like that, but I have a lot of fun trinkets, little magical doodads. Allow me to introduce myself. He's like.
Wait, you don't need to say anything else.
By the way, he's like right up next to you. He's still shouting. This appears to be his normal volume.
I was previously annoyed, but he's
Zergo's eye is twitching.
Yeah. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Body Knock Blavigan. You can call me Body. Everyone does. And this is my assistant, Seamus. And he sort of knocks it on the leg with a metallic clank. It's like, oi, Seamus, show him the goods. The robot a compartment opens up, and actually a few of them do, and there's sort of like these shelves built into his interior with various trinkets on it.
I'm like, just, yes, I will take them all.
He says,
I will buy your entire stock.
Oh my god.
Fucking John Trunklet.
I'll take your entire stock.
One of each, please.
Yep, exactly.
What's the point of all of these, though?
Oh, it's to sell, obviously. What do you think merchants do? And
like
the
Are
fun.
they magic?
So what exactly am I looking at, Quinn? Like, what are these trinkets?
Sure. Well, okay, you see a bunch of things. First of all, you see what appear to be a few potions. Based on the red liquid, you would expect potions of healing. But there's some more interesting looking things as well. There's a little pouch of something or other, you're not sure. You see a couple of what look like wands.
Okay.
You also see... Hang on. You see a couple of wands. You see what looks like a coiled rope. You see a cloak. You see like a little container with what looks like little beads that sort of look like beads you would put in like a bath or something.
Okay.
Like little
salts,
sort of like gel-ish looking. There appear to be some arrows in a compartment. You see there's actually and finally there's what looks like a key.
A key to what?
Well, it's interesting. The key actually. Hang on a sec. I need to look all this. The key actually has like a question mark worked into its head. Interestingly.
Oh my god, it's the Riddler.
I want the key.
So,
I also want to know what's in that pouch.
So, if you'd like explanations on what any of these things do, please don't hesitate to ask. I am at your service.
What is the key and what is the
Don't
pouch?
ask him anything.
What is the key and what is the pouch?
I'm glad you asked.
You're not.
He picks up the key and says, "This is actually quite interesting. It's, well, I'm actually not quite sure what it opens. But the thing is, neither is it. Any lock you put it into, there's a chance it'll open.
Oh.
But
I
here's
like that.
Here's the catch. Once it opens something, and he sort of makes a motion with his hands, poof, it disappears.
Why?
I don't know. Beats me. That's how it works. It opens something and it's gone. But it could open anything. You never know.
Wait, the key disappears or the thing?
The key. The key disappears. It opens one thing and then it's gone. It's like a one use.
I
The thing
kind
it
of want
opens
it.
is random.
I still kind of want it.
What's
in the pouch?
As for the pouch, well, that's got spices. It's got infinite spices as far as I know. You can use it a certain number of times a day and you can get, any type of seasoning you'd like for your food. And you, for should be enough for a meal, and it refills every day.
What
that.
does the cloak do?
Yeah, what does the cloak do? I was going to ask that too.
That one I can show you. He takes the cloak, sort of undoes the clasp, puts it on, and he sort of stands there for a moment, and it is not a windy day, but as he sort of raises his hands, the cloak starts to billow behind him dramatically, despite there being no wind.
Batman cloak.
Okay.
It just makes wind.
Hey,
Oh,
if
it
you
just
want to,
billows in nothing. That's
Yeah.
all it does. It looks
If-
cool.
it is
Oh.
invaluable.
I
If
like
you
doesn't
that.
want
matter
to
what
make
brings about the day.
a dramatic entrance.
Oh
Oh
shit!
my god, I didn't think I didn't think I was right. It's literally just a superhero cape.
Yeah.
I would
Thanks.
actually.
I want the key and I want the pouch of spices.
How much are your healing potions?
I can part with one of those for 50 gold.
That's fine. I'll do that.
How many you want?
That's like the highest price I've ever heard.
50 is standard market price for a healing potion. Magic is not.
And for our
cheap.
healer?
Quinn, I think you're underestimating how often Zergo ever goes to a market.
That's fair.
Okay.
Man
I-
fights for a living.
Considering that I'm a healer, I think I'll only need one.
Fair enough.
Spiner, do you have anything for pranks?
Pranks. He thinks about it. Well, and
And then
Actually-
Spiner leans in. Or murder.
well, if you don't know about murder, but if you want pranks, and he goes over to the wands. By the way, Ivy, are you paying the 50 gold for the potion?
Yep, I just paid the 50 gold
Alright, I will
and
add-
I put
Oh, you added it already?
one potion of
Okay.
healing.
Cool. Just double checking. He said he goes over to the wands. You might be interested in these, my friend. and
Can
he
I
sort-
can I buy the key in the pouch in the meantime?
yeah, he says anything that is not a one-use thing like a consumable type deal is 100 gold.
Wait, what does that mean for the key? Because it's one use.
It's 100 gold. I mean, it's one use.
All right,
but-
that's fine.
Yeah.
I don't mind. I have the money to waste.
Yeah, I'm finally giving you an opportunity to use some of the ridiculous amount of funds you have.
Yeah,
You're expecting me to spend money.
He said
I will.
He goes over to the wands and he sort of looks over it shrewdly at you, Zergo. Picks one up. Make a charisma saving throw, Zergo.
What?
Lynn,
What was it?
I don't know what's happening here.
You need to make a charisma.
You may have
saving
made a
throw.
very bad mistake. You
Well,
said
but no-
charisma?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, plus 0.
What was it?
What plus 0?
10.
10. That's what you needed. Nothing happened.
Get wrecked. That usually fails.
Yeah, he sort of looks disappointed. He says, "Well, if someone would like to volunteer to demonstrate, or otherwise."
Zergo's gonna just through his teeth. Did you just try to cast something on me?
Please,
It's
just
perfectly
offer
harmless.
the
I am
bread
a-
goblin.
I am a merchant.
And he's getting punched.
Roll an attack.
It's not like I'm pulling out my pick, but he's getting 5 across the face.
Oh
Okay.
my god.
And by that I mean a closed fist directly into his nose. His tiny, tiny nose.
Yeah.
I keep losing my dice. I lost it last week and I lost it again. Good thing I have extras.
Yep.
God damn it, Ethan.
I mean, I found it. It just, they blend into the carpet. All right, let me see. What's my unarmed strike? I don't actually know. That is a 19 to hit.
Yeah, it definitely hits. You just sort of punch him right in the nose and goes like, "Oh, that hurt. You got muscles. Ow."
You have muscle.
Yeah, no shit.
What? In a
Zergo's eyes still twitching.
observation.
Cast something on me again.
Fine.
And Seamus is going to be the only merchant.
Fine. Who is anyone who has a sense of humor around here? Fine. I'll cast.
Was that tiny?
Fine. I'll cast it on. I'll cast it on Seamus. It's not nearly going to be as entertaining. He waves the wand and he says, "Now remember, don't resist, Seamus." He casts it, and you watch as Seamus's expression cracks into a smile, just out of nowhere.
It's a smile wand. Zergo, you totally could have used that.
Phoebe, are you familiar with the anime trope of the angry person having literal lines and a black background behind their head?
Yeah.
You're staring up at. That is literally what you are staring up at.
Yeah.
Spinripper, anything else?
Well, there's also this wand. He takes the other wand and starts to wave it like a baton, and suddenly you hear booming orchestral music all around you.
No.
Spinripper, that one. I want that one.
Please no.
He says, "All right, that'll be 100 gold."
Take it.
No.
Take my money.
All right. First of all, Cass, were you getting the?
Yeah, I already bought them and added them
Oh,
to my list. Yeah.
You added them?
Yeah.
Let me just double check to make
I
sure.
put them in custom because I didn't know if they were actual
Well,
items.
they
or
are.
not.
These are actual magic items that I can.
Oh,
add to
fuck,
your inventory.
okay.
Quinn uses more. He makes good use of the extensive list of magic items.
Yes. So I will add the mystery key and the yes.
Choose that's called the Riddler key.
Yeah, the Heward's
What else was in the trinket? list?
Heward's handy spice pouch.
If you have it written, you can just copy it down and I'll browse through.
I added them. You can refresh and they'll be there.
Oh no, I mean like the other
Oh.
trinket things. I picked the ones that caught my eye first.
So the ones you haven't checked out are the rope, the beads, and the arrows.
What do the arrows do? What? I'm sure they have some special property.
Oh well, yeah, these are special arrows. They pack a punch. They actually, if they hit someone, well, that person is probably going to fall over. It knocks them down.
Okay, so knockdown arrows.
Yeah. Spine Ripper, did you spend the money for the?
Yes, I did.
Okay, I will add the wand of conducting to your inventory.
Good.
The sounds of regret leaving Quinn's.
Hey, I knew it. I chose to add it to his stock.
Mm.
I walked into this with my eyes wide open, and let me mark off a charge off of that because he just used it. But yeah, there you go.
Also, let's be real. There's no way Quinn would approach a party with RJ playing Spine Ripper, have a wand of conducting, and not expect shenanigans.
Yes. Okay. So yeah, so that was the arrows do the knockdown. Anything else you wanted to?
Anything special about the rope?
When the wand regains all expended charges at dawn, if you expend the wand's last charge, roll a d20 on a 1, a sad tuba sound plays in the crumble.
And it crumbles to dust and is destroyed. Yeah. Yup.
That's so sad.
Good God.
Common magic items are great. I love them.
So yeah, what does the rope do?
So he takes the rope out. Seamus, if you do the honors, you see Seamus like reach into another compartment, take out a big pair of scissors, and he cuts a piece off of the rope. And Seamus like makes a big deal of like showing it and like being all showy about it. And he takes the two pieces of the rope and sticks them together, and you watch as they knit back together as if they were never cut.
Oh fuck yeah, I want that.
All right. Another 100 gold will get you the rope of mending.
Give that to me.
Spine Ripper's going to look at this gnome. I have a fun trinket.
All right, rope of mending has been added.
Thank you.
He's going to walk over to the gnome. Want to see what my fun trinket can do?
Sure. Go for it.
He's going to pull out one of the fuzzies and put it in his hand.
Says, actually. Nope, he doesn't know what it is. He goes like, and, what'd that be?
It's a fuzzy.
I'll see that. It's quite
Throw it on the ground.
Do you throw it?
No, he's going to tell him to do it.
He sort of takes it and is like, right here?
Yeah, right in front of you. And then Spine Ripper backs up.
He's gonna make an insight check.
I would throw it a couple feet away if I were you.
Nope, he's gonna do it. Throws it down.
What is it?
He got a badger.
He turns into a badger. Oh,
The dick biting badger.
that's neat. I mean,
Patrick.
RJ was really hoping for an elk there.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's just sort of like, I was like, I was expecting something more dramatic, but badger's nice.
Spinifer's gonna walk over, give him another one. Here, try it again.
It's like, all right. He just throws it down.
I don't think you threw it hard enough.
Yeah, he throws it again, harder this time.
And there it is.
God damn it!
Finally.
How does that always happen?
I mean, it didn't the first time.
And he sort of like goes flying. It's like, holy! And he's just sort of knocked flying. Seamus,
There it
catch me!
is.
And Seamus just catches him.
There you are, Stompy. Good to see you.
Stompy just sort of looks at you like, why do you do this to me?
Why, father?
My existence is suffering. Why do you do this to me?
Father, I crave
Why do you torture
freedom.
me so?
Father, I crave.
Father, I
stop.
crave freedom. I crave sentience.
I
Father.
Stompy.
Father, who's that in the foyer?
Well, why is that a body in the foyer?
Oi, Stompy. Lick the elf.
Shava is going to resist this?
No, he was pointing at Ivy.
Oh,
Half elf.
Spinifer doesn't care.
okay. Well, the elk is going to attempt to lick Ivy.
Oh, shoot. I can't even speak to him. God damn it. Alright, I guess I'm just going to oh wait, no, I can. I'm going to speak to Stompy.
Okay,
Right.
you cast
I'm going
Speak
to
with
lick-
Animals.
Please don't lick me.
Sorry, Master gave me an order.
Listen, it's like the third time you've tried this. When are you going to learn that you can't convince the fuzzy animal to do anything other than what Spine Ripper says?
He's a little midget though. Please, I don't want to be licked.
I don't want to lick you either, but none of us can choose what we want in this life. As he just sort of leans in.
That is incredibly depressing.
And this fucking elk laying down the life
Oh
bomb. Truth bombs. Everybody give him a poet snap.
None of
That's
us
beautiful.
can choose, so we want to like leans in to lick you.
Oh my god.
Bitch.
my god. I'm so sad. God damn it, I wish it was Shava.
Shava as a shield.
Ivy, you do have a physical fucking shield you could use, you know.
Oh my gosh, Frey. You're right. I should try that next time.
I remember because I fucking drew it.
Yeah.
Ivy covered in elk drool.
Exactly.
It's been on my back all along.
So Seamus says, Body says, anything else you wanted? The bead.
I'm
if
pretty
you want,
happy.
just for the sake of completeness, the beads can turn any liquid into drinkable water.
That's actually genuinely useful.
I mean, within a limited scope, of course. It's not like you can put it in like a giant pond of acid and it all becomes water. It's like a limited.
So what you're saying is you could cut someone and let them bleed into a cup and turn it into water?
He thinks about it.
Yes.
It's like, I hadn't thought about that, but I suppose it could work.
Oh my god. I'm dead.
Anyway, each bead, like the potions, 50 gold.
I'm happy with what I've got.
All right.
I'm good.
Well,
Zergo, you want anything?
His arms are crossed and he is impatiently tapping his foot.
well,
Well, I'm good.
and I'm richer, so I'm also good. Thank y'all. Come, body. Body sort of stands there. All the compartments close up. And he just sort of hops onto his shoulder. Away! And Seamus starts walking off.
I'm so fucking happy right now.
All right.
I got things. It's been a while since I've been stuff shopping, okay?
I need to give more opportunities for that sort of thing.
You technically gave 2, one at the previous rest stop and one in Riverbend a second time, but both times Phoebe said she didn't want to do anything.
No, I mean like trinket shopping specifically.
Also, Tic
We're
Tac
literally just in Riverbend.
Tic Tac might have been working on some projects as well that you did not.
God
pick
damn
up
it!
on.
I knew we should have visited Tic Tac.
Who could have said something before we left?
I brought it up, and you were all like, "No, I don't want to visit Tic Tac. Fuck him."
Yeah, I'm the only one who said that.
I
Nobody
was
else.
up for the Tic Tac.
Spineapple doesn't know who Tic Tac is.
Fuck it, we're going back for Tic Tac.
No.
Yeah, fine.
You
Are
can,
really?
I'm not.
While
No.
Shava's T-posing, we might as well do all the fun stuff without her.
No,
Yeah,
we're not
fuck
going.
you.
We're
Fuck
not
Tyler.
going. We're not going back.
Fine.
all right, yeah.
You two are free to run back to town,
I mean,
but then I get
Eventually-
free reign.
eventually you'll get
Yeah, no.
some good teleportation options, and then it'll be easy. Anyway, moving on. You continue on south, and eventually you come across. You sort of pass by a very hilly area. There's actually a bit of a forest that you pass. It's sort of more sparse than the ones up near Riverbend, but you eventually come to what you presume to be, based on the map, the village of Donal. There's not even. This is a small.
Now, did we walk up there in a day?
It's been a couple days. I'll say 3
Okay,
days.
well, I just didn't know that to reset all my
Right,
spells.
sure. You can all
True.
work off a long rest.
I did speak with Stompy, which
Mhm.
didn't end well.
I turned a man into bread.
You did.
It was beautiful.
Just any man, the greatest of men.
Yes. Jeremiah.
I can't believe you fucking brought him back. That's great.
He's a favorite now. But yeah, you make your way into this village. It is much smaller than any of the places you've been to previously, even smaller than Patriel. It's just sort of like a functional settlement. There's like, as you walk into town, you count like an inn. There's like a blacksmith, a general store, all the necessities for like basic life. Other than that, what would you like to do?
Spinerverse
Just around for the orange guy.
to go to find bread.
Of course he is.
Zergo's just going to immediately ask around about the gas master.
Yeah, I'll be
Eggy fart man.
Okay. Accompanying him.
Wandering
It's
around.
Master Felix.
toot and scoot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cute.
I would ask for.
Gonna ask where the gas chamber is.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
I would ask for. Well, first of all, Spinerper, where are you going to look for bread?
Where am I looking for bread?
Yes. There's an
Uh,
inn, there's a general store, there's a blacksmith.
yeah, I'm gonna be stupid and go to the fucking blacksmith.
I was hoping you would say that.
Actually, another thing you notice as you enter town, I forgot to mention, there is a bit of a small fence around the town, but there's like a large portion of it that seems to be destroyed and knocked over.
Oh.
And
Great.
also, the blacksmith has a hole in its wall.
Okay.
So Spider-Man's gonna walk up to the blacksmith, notice the hole,
Yep.
and then kind of like peer in. Oi, looking for bread? Also, there's a hole in your house.
Here. Thanks. I noticed.
May I ask why there's a hole in your house? I mean, are you doing some remodeling? He looks around. It seems like lovely weather for that, but
Oh no, he's gonna be visited by Jim, the remodeling manager.
Well, it's it's the fucking hill giants that came through.
wait, you say what now?
The giants. They attacked the
Giants.
Yeah.
And a giant came here and ripped a hole in your roof?
Yeah, it took a project I've been working on too. Bloody annoying.
Wait,
And as your eyes adjust to the interior, you see a very what you'd expect to see in a blacksmith. You got the anvil, you got the tongs. Nothing being worked on at the moment, but the blacksmith individual seems to be a dwarf with a sort of scraggly black beard.
so a giant took a project you were. What did this giant take from you?
Well, it was supposed to be a base for a magic item, you see, but it was made of a rare metal, sort of I can't settle on a voice for this guy. It's made of
Okay.
made of a rare
Well,
metal.
just work. Just kind of work with it, play with it, see what you like.
Sure. Rare metal, sort of this big not iron, but big band of this rare metal. And he sort of makes a shape of a ring, but like a larger ring, sort of like a circlet, maybe.
So a big circle of metal.
Yeah, that's right. Meanwhile, Zergo and either Zergo and Cass, you can both make investigation checks, or one of you can make an investigation check with advantage.
I'm gonna let Cass handle that, because I've got a big old -1 to that.
Oh, I got a +2. That's
Yeah,
better than
you can handle the investigation.
All right.
Take that advantage.
17 +2.
What was it?
17
Okay.
+2.
Yeah, you ask
19.
around, and one passerby says that they think they saw someone matching that description actually go to the blacksmith recently.
Okay, I guess we're going to the blacksmith's.
How convenient.
No. Loopholes.
Que
Alrighty.
coincidence.
So yeah, Spine Ripper.
So wait a minute. It just. But what?
You think I know? You think I know what goes on in a hill giant's brain?
I mean, true. So, I have a question. How valuable was this circle of iron to you?
It was pretty fucking expensive considering it was a rare
Oh
metal.
my god!
So, if it's expensive, how much would you pay to get it back?
He sort of looks at you.
I am from a party of experienced adventurers, myself included. I can do magic, and we could totally help you out.
As you're saying this, Zergo and Cass, you both make your way in. By the way, what's Ivy been doing?
No, hold on.
Nope.
All right, I'm back.
Where's the Reeb?
Is she in the bathroom?
Hi, I'm
Oh, there
here
she is.
Well, what's Ivy been doing? Well, this has all been going on.
wandering around aimlessly, just looking at.
With T-posing Shava.
Yeah, with T-posing Shava, just wandering around aimlessly.
Oh, I see. She's
checking
taking
out
sh-
the wares.
She's
Taking Shava
taking
for
the
a
warlock
walk.
for a walk.
Oh,
She's
yes,
taking
yes.
the warlock for a walk.
I'm taking Shalva for a walk, making sure she drinks water.
Feed and water her.
She gets very stiff when you T-pose too much. You gotta go out for a walk every so often.
Yeah, I'm going to be properly hydrating Shalva
Java needs walkies.
like a good half No.
Just water her like a plant. Make sure she gets enough sunlight.
When you talk to Shava, make sure you cast Speak with Plant.
Oh, I would like to buy her some new clothes.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it just because she's T-posing, she will not
You're
just
cutting
allow
out.
it.
Say what?
You cut out.
Just because she's T-posing, she's
Quinn.
not.
Quinn!
Can you hear me?
Quinn!
Jesus.
Quinn.
He's fucking
is that
dying.
better?
Oh, there he is.
Alright, he's
Okay.
back.
Yeah, I'm gonna say just because Shava is T-posing, she is not going to just allow you to choose her attire.
I was about to say,
I'm
Quinn made
going
that
to-
mistake once.
Well,
I
that
will
was
drape
different. Shava
the
was actually
clothes over
unconscious
her
for that.
T-posing arm. I will drape the clothes over her T-posing arms like they are lingerie.
She is actually
Sure.
conscious this time. This is not.
Shovel
God
the clothesline.
Okay. So I guess I'll just walk her and
All
feed
right.
her, make sure she doesn't die on.
Anyway, but back at the blacksmith, yeah, Zergo and Cass, you show up as
Look in the door, immediately notice hole in the wall.
Yep.
We don't see
you
that
didn't
every
do
day.
this, did you?
Oh, no, I didn't do it. Hill Giants did it.
Oh boy, hill
Well,
giants?
giants.
Ugh.
Really?
And this guy is willing to pay a quarter bit of money to help him get back what they took.
I didn't say that yet.
Well, it's pretty obvious you need help and you can't do it yourself.
He says, what do you lot want?
Like I said, we can help you if you pay us.
Actually, the guy we're looking for apparently was seen here recently.
Yeah, who's
Man in
that?
a uniform.
Fishy looking guy, orange robes, doesn't talk
Yes.
much.
Goes by the name of Felix?
He sort of
What's-
like double takes and says like, "Is this some sort of prank? We all set this up ahead of time."
No.
Zergo just looks
Why
dead
would
in
he
the eyes.
prank?
Do I look like I do pranks?
I mean,
Fair
I'll
enough.
do pranks, but
See,
I'm curious about the Hill Giant.
the thing I was telling your small green friend about, the giants took something from me. It was for him.
Oh,
Well,
Eat, but where
maybe
to
if we
eat.
go get it, we can find him, and then we can use it as leverage.
I'll tell you what. If you're looking for him, bring that back to me. I can take you to him. How's that sound?
Sounds fair to me.
Or you could just take us to him.
And show up empty-handed for someone who provided me with a very rare metal to do a very specific. I'm still stuck on Body's voice. I need to lose the Irish. To take a very show up empty-handed to a mage like that. Don't think so.
Really? Because this sounds like a separate favor you're doing for some adventurers that are asking for an audience. But
Spiniffer is going
if you
to
need to be
walk over-
bribed, I could always bribe you by, I don't know.
Spiniffer's going to look at Zergo. Come on, the guy had his house punched in by a hill giant. We could help him out.
you really want to go fight hill giants, little green?
I mean,
Oh, if he
haven't
wants
pranked-
money.
I haven't pranked a hill giant before. Heard
Fine,
they're
we'll go.
pretty,
I'll
Oh,
go
they're
fight hill giants. I
pretty
guess.
stupid.
Okay, all right.
Seriously, you guys want to take this asinine detour when he could just tell us where the guy is?
He's probably not going to, and I'm not about to let you cut off
Fucking make him.
another man's. No.
No.
I am fucking tired of you cutting off people's fucking limbs just for some information. It's. Ugh.
Should I be concerned about this?
Spiniffer.
I ain't gonna cut anything
No,
off.
nothing's gonna happen to you.
It's okay. It's just his way of being friendly.
Nothing's
That's a
getting
fucking
cut off,
stretch.
Cass, but it's going to if we keep taking asinine jobs. Any of us strapped for money. We don't need to be paid right now.
No,
I have
but
5 gold.
I have some aggressions I'd like to take out. And Hill Giant sounds like a fun little distraction from all of this mess.
You know what? Let's go find Ivy and ask her, because this is more her thing than anything else.
They're not that far either. They're just like half a day away at most through the forest.
Oh, only half a day.
Well, maybe less. I don't know. I didn't go up there.
That's some help. Crap.
So I guess I'll just leave and go find Ivy, because
Alright.
I ain't get any further with Circo.
It's a small village, so it's not that hard, especially with Shava also being there.
Shava on the leash.
Yep.
So I just kind of explained the situation.
Come on, you T-poser.
Sorry,
Come on, Shava. We have to go talk to the nice man now.
Come on, Shava!
Come on, baby.
Yeah, Ivy, Cass comes up to you and explains the situation to you.
Come
Shava.
on, little racist.
Oh my god.
Come on, you little bigot.
Come on, you flaming bigot. Come here, you little... Oh my god.
Come on, come on, you flaming lesbian bigot.
For Walkie, she's a complete horn dog.
Yeah, what breed is your elf? Horn
Horn
dog.
Horn dog.
Tyler has learned all of this,
Pound
by
if
the
you
way.
prefer.
I'm not apologizing for any of it.
Tyler, not here getting roasted.
Then that's what happens.
Welcome to the roast of Shava. This is now the entire session.
Anyway, Ivy's in the bathroom, but
fine.
when she gets back. We're gonna go prank Hill Giant.
Pranking Hill Giants?
We're
Yeah.
asking for your vote.
Do you want to go prank Hill
Help us save
Giants?
Hill Giants.
Sure. I mean, I don't want to accidentally get lost with just Shava. So, of course I'd like to join the party again.
Well, I mean, the only reason we're doing it is for this blacksmith to show us where you know who is, so...
Yeah, because he won't normally, because he's a fucking asshole.
A bunch of adventurers.
That's more
walk-
Zergo talking than me.
I
but-
know.
Alright, let's head back.
Let's go.
All right, you begin making your way through the forest to the hill giants, and for various reasons involving lack of prep on my part, I think that's where we're gonna call it for now.
Damn,
Jesus!
son.
I
Yeah.
should.
Told you guys. I
Fucking
told
early.
you we didn't need to go to the hill giants.
Hey, let's go back
but
to Riverbend
no.
and talk to Tic Tac.
See, this is what I get for. See, I felt like another random encounter would be a bit much, but it also made the session shorter than I was expecting.
It's okay.
All right, geez, what was that? An hour and a half session? Damn, son.
Yeah, it was shorter than usual.
So I'm almost done adding this cloud, Rebecca.
There's also the part where next session we may have our very first guest. Potentially.
Oh,
Oh.
good.
Oh,
Are you
maybe.
adding-
I'm
Are
talking
you adding her in for water derp or this one?
this one.
Okay.
By next session, I mean next session of this campaign.
Okay. I just wanted to
yo.
specify.
Mm.
Ugh.
You alright?